Nestled in the Rocky Mountains, Folsom Field in Boulder. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Colorado Buffaloes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Nestled into the gorgeous mountains in Boulder, Colorado, Folsom Field is a spectacular viewing venue for college football. The new coach has it rocking and rolling. Folsom Field continues to build on their tradition of the Buffaloes football team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. franchise will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. Takes the handoff. It's Simon. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Lewis fires to the wideout. Left side is Bowie. Breaks into the open. To the house. Touchdown, Bucks. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
A lot of offensive coordinators script their first 18 to 15 plays. Who needs it? Forget that. Just come out and score right away. First possession, you put points on the board. You create some momentum for this offense and for this season.
And he'll just take a knee in this drive. Started at 25. The running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So we
turning on the Jets. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Runs through the tackle. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Tavian St. Clair throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
In the red area, it's Jackson. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Looking left. Fires it incomplete.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
St. Clair from the gun on third down. Escapes the pressure going right. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Deep in the end zone, it's James. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll give it to him again. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Throwing. Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Finds his target. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. The Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's some daylight. Turning it on. He's up to 55 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Here's Lewis to throw. Turns up, it's Gordon. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Lewis wants to pass. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Gets the back moving. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Dead center perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Glover. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Throwing St. Clair. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Miles is way ahead. They get him stopped. To go to work on first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it. Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Out wide left, it's Johnson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. St. Clair fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line and scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Driving forward, it's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give. He's there to make the stop. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
It's 3rd and 5. St. Clair. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, how about if you're the defense right now? You've been on the field, you've given up a lot of yards on this drive, but if they go for this here on 4th down and you come up with one more stop, that is a huge play, and that's got to give you some confidence.
He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out. It's James. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Lewis throws to the wideout. Left side is Gibson. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And the Buffaloes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Running inside. It's Simon. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
He's got 67 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Fires left, and his throw is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Simon. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Right right at the line. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Buffaloes will try to pick it up on fourth down. Fourth down, Lewis. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. This drive will open from the 15. Hits inside. It's Jackson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires quickly. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Glover. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. Throwing St. Clair. Stepping to the right. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Run the gun on third down, St. Clair. Fires to the middle. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down, St. Clair. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Virginia Tech, taking on the #1 team, the Texas A&M Aggies.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
And it's the Hokies, looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Shows him the stiff arm. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. St. Clair fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Over the middle, it's Smith. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms, and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
Tavian St. Clair. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Again, it's St. Clair. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like they take a deep shot, they've tried it short, they've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
Throwing St. Clair. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. You've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. The defense gets the big stop.
The Colorado offense comes comes out to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be all by himself down the middle. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Simon. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gordon. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Let it go. Trying to surge it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Buffaloes. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Jackson. Past the 6. Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Roberts. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. St. Clair to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. St. Clair Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. 8th play of the drive coming up. Moves the pocket. It's St. Clair. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
He leaves him with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Tavian St. Clair looking for the goal line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And they take it in for 6 more points. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Misses badly on that one.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Lewis on the play action. He uncorks one deep. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. Do you think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. 1st and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. The corners are walked up tight. The run inside. It's Jackson. Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing St. Clair. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They've got the lead here in the 4th. Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. To the air, it's St. Clair. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Takes a handoff. It's Simon. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Handoff again. Got an alley. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Buffaloes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Throwing, Lewis. Fires to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Hands it off. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
And he got it! Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the 4th. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Defense all over him.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. St. Clair. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, St. Clair. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
The Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Lewis to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Going with the ground game left. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 30, blue 30. Ready to go.
Lewis to throw. Moves to his right. Fires on the move. Complete in the middle. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Go, go.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Simon. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And this will be for the win. He's got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.